Welcome to the Concept Vibes channel, TikTok reaction show. Like, share, and subscribe for more. I just wanna let you know you're welcome to the Concept Vibes channel, TikTok reaction show. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Put your comments down below. Much love to all the viewers out of it, yo. This here is a TikTok reaction show. Yo. What's up, YouTube family? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy LED, and we're gonna get into some mind-tingling TikToks. You ready? Let's go. Concept.
Yuri Rise was an admiral in the Ottoman Empire's Turkish naval fleet. This dude sailed all over the world. He made a map in the early 1500s. This map actually has Antarctica on it. And Antarctica wasn't discovered until 1820. They're speculating that he composed this map based off of ancient maps over 4,000 years old, showing Antarctica had life on it.
Wow.
And if you line up Antarctica and this map that he made, it shows the coastline of Antarctica almost perfectly. They're saying you could only really do it from an aerial point of view. They're speculating the maps that he had to reference were ancient maps where they had this technology of map making that we have no idea what it was.
That is so
this ancient
crazy.
technology.
Yeah.
They're saying what Antarctica looked like that could potentially be what it looked like 10,000 years ago with no ice. And a lot of people have speculated that this guy was just a kook and he was just making up a map, but he created the most accurate atlas navigating the Mediterranean.
Wow.
His atlas was used by everyone. So the dude knew what he was doing.
Right.
So y'all know our ships ain't in the water. They trying to say he did it from a sky view. He either copy off of somebody that was in the air, or his ship was in the air. At least that's what I think. Let me know what y'all think.
The truth is, the reality is so much worse than what people are saying. I mean, the simple fact that Wendy did an interview this morning with the Breakfast Club. It was a phone interview. Everyone who knows the truth has a complicated life. And like Wendy literally broke down, talking about how messed up all of this is and how she would like to be able to just go back into radio. The simple fact that he's living there, the simple fact that his son recently passed away. Because Tim lost a son. A grown son, just like I lost a grown son.
Yeah.
And apparently, from what he stated, it was from the Fetty Wap.
Yeah, it's always like that when you know too much. See, the girl Wendy, she know a lot, and people know she know a lot. You see, and back in the day, she said a little something about the wrong somebody. But when you know stuff, you go through stuff. Yeah.
Vaseline.
Stop playing on me.
Okay, calm down. Take your drink.
Stop playing on me.
Take your sip.
Stop playing on me.
Take your sip, oh. Take your sip. All right, put it down.
Stop trying to control me.
All right.
Stop trying to control me.
Because the Illuminati
Stop telling me what to
control
do, gang. And I'm going to keep my cup. Stop playing on me. Don't tell me what to do. Come on, let's do what we came to do, but don't tell me what to do.
Okay, just do the work.
Yeah. Come on, gang.
All right, well, calm down. Calm down.
Stop playing with me. Swag out my mama. I don't know about y'all, but I cannot watch this man without laughing. Entertaining as fuck, crazy as fuck, random as fuck. And sometimes it be like bits of fractured gems in what he be saying. But I can't watch this man without laughing, man. What y'all think about 607? For real. That's what a lot of people don't know. Swag out my mama. Swag out my mama.
3 humans with actual superpowers. No one believes the third one. First, Ben Underwood. He is blind, but he had sonar vision, meaning he used echolocation like a bat to interact with the world around him. playing basketball and video games using only sound. Next, Wim Hof, known as the Iceman. He can withstand freezing temperatures and exposure to direct ice for long periods using his unique breathing techniques. He once did an ice bath for 1.5 hours. Finally, Dean Karnazes. He can work beyond physical exhaustion and once ran 350 miles without sleep for 3 days. Scientists have concluded that he could run until he died of old age.
What you think about these superpowers? You think that's like mutation, genetic mutation, or us tapping into our innate abilities, or alien human hybrid? Like, what y'all think that is?
This little girl actually has superpowers, Mike. It was this little girl named Olivia Farnsworth, and she was 7 years old. When she was a baby, she never cried. And at first they were like, oh, we're just lucky. And then when she was a little bit older, maybe about 4 years old, she ended up biting through her lip.
Oh my God.
She didn't even notice. She didn't cry or anything. So then they went and got her little stitches and things like that. She didn't even cry for the stitches. She gets to 7 years old. One day she's with her mom. I think her mom was out in the front yard with her. She ends up running in the middle of the street. A car comes hurling at her,
hits her,
smacks her. She flies 30 yards.
No way.
Dude, the little girl gets up, runs to her mom,
dusts off her dress,
dusts herself off, bro. Has a tire mark on her and stuff.
Oh my God.
And she didn't cry at all, Mike. She gets up and she starts playing back again like nothing happened. So then they end up being like, bro, we gotta take you to the hospital, still get checked. You just got hit by a car.
Yeah, something is messed up inside of her.
Yeah, so she has this rare chromosome condition where she can't feel any pain in her body at all. At all, bro. So, and it's not even just pain. She doesn't feel hungry. She doesn't feel thirsty. And she can't get tired either. She doesn't feel all of these things of tired or whatever. So
she's like a super soldier.
Dude, she's literally Ajax from Deadpool.
No, for real.
Literally, because that's how his power was. He didn't feel any pain.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. Would y'all want a child like that? Like, I don't know. Not feeling nothing. But they said she didn't get hurt. They didn't say if she was scarred up or nothing though. Like, do she got Super Saiyan healing abilities, like on some sensu bean type shit? Like, I need more details. I don't know. It sounds like a fire ability, but I need more details. They gotta tell me more.
These are people with real-life superpowers, part 2. Daniel Kish lost his eyesight from retinoblastoma before he even turned 1, but he didn't give up and developed a form of echolocation to help him navigate his surroundings, making him the real-life Daredevil. His bat-like technique where he uses clicking sounds has also earned him the name the real-life Batman. He trained his brain to differentiate the difference in echoes created by his clicks, allowing him to move around even in crowds. His family in Connecticut has unbreakable bones. The unnamed family has been found to have extremely dense bones, which means they've never had any fractures. When scientists tested out 20 different people from the same family, they found around half of them had extremely dense bones. Scientists think that by studying this family, we can treat many more bone-related issues. And back in 1972, Veronica Sider claimed to see objects that were a mile away. When no one believed her, she was tested. And turns out, she was not able to just see things that far. She could also differentiate between colors, shapes, distance, and position. She was then put in the Guinness World Records as her vision is 20 times more powerful than any other normal human being.
No, I think I would like a combination of like 2 and 3. Let me know what y'all think.
Realize and start to face the horrible truth that everything we've been told is a lie. Today, I'm no longer surprised, and I truly believe that every facet of our reality has been affected, manipulated, infiltrated, and poisoned with half-truths. It's not always completely a lie, but the best way to tell a lie is you keep a little bit of the truth, and then you're surrounded by a lot of falsifications. Everything in creation spins and vibrates. Everything has its own prime resonance frequency. Everything. And this is why once we can identify a prime resonance frequency of a bacterium or an atom or whatever it is, or a soccer field, we can then manipulate that object with its prime resonance frequency. In Christianity, it's the word. In Hinduism, it's Om. The Egyptians believed the universe was sung into creation, and the original people of Australia, not the Aboriginal, So it's the original people of Australia believed that the world was created with 3 sacred songs. And then we have the phenomenal similarities between the 6 days of creation in Christianity and the Word that created everything, the 6 aspects of Om, and the 6 aspects of the all-seeing eye of Horus, and you start seeing the connections between all these ancient cultures and the creation stories. Sound is the source of all creation. Sound and resonance is responsible for everything. By now you should know that sound manifests physical form, and this is the most basic example. I just cannot get enough of it. I can watch it millions of times. Every frequency has its own specific shape, a prime resonance frequency. Are you only looking at a 2-dimensional representation of a 3-dimensional effect? I think he actually uses rice on a metal plate here. So the original people of Australia have a creation story that says time began when the supernatural beings awoke and broke through the surface of the earth. So imagine the surface of the earth being something like this, that metal plate being the surface of the earth, and the supernatural beings broke through the surface of the earth, and they created the surface of the earth with 3 sacred songs.
Like, in my mind, I feel like everything is a combination or a mixture of frequency, energy, and vibration. Using.
You are looking at one of the strangest patents in the entire U.S. patent system. Patent number 2006-001425A1, Walking Through Walls Training System. This patent refers to a unique process, a training system that enables a human being to acquire sufficient hyperspace energy in order to pull the body out of a dimension so that it may pass through solid objects. This is very real and was used by the US Army at one point.
Walking through walls. Now, walking through walls sound crazy, but if I was capable of knowing what frequency that the atoms were attuned to in the wall, and I was able to change the frequency of my atoms that make up my body and organs to the same frequency as the atoms in the wall, I would be able to pass through it. Quantum physics.
These are 3 superhuman powers that everyone with strong Aquarius energy will have. Number 1, Aquarians will have an extreme and uncommon ability to completely reinvent themselves. Aquarius is associated with Prometheus in Greek mythology. Prometheus gave fire to the human race. They gave them fire, and that instantly changed everything. People with strong Aquarian energy are extremely dynamic, but they can remain in a very consistent state for a long period of time, and you think that they're just going to kind of be that way forever, or they're going to be stuck in that relationship or stuck in some job that they don't want. But then, like, overnight, Aquarians have this ability to just kind of totally pivot, and once that pivot happens, things change very rapidly. You can never put Aquarian energy in a box, right? It's always guaranteed to change someday. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be for another 5 years, but as soon as you box them in and decide, like, yeah, that person's just kind of gonna be like that forever, they're suddenly so different. They get into a new hobby, they build a new talent overnight, some big windfall happens in their life that completely changes what they're doing. People with strong Aquarian energy, those are the kind of people, like, maybe you're friends with them on social media, you don't really look at their profile for like 5-6 years, maybe you weren't actually friends, you thought you were, but then you add them and you're like, holy shit, this person's life looks unrecognizable. Like, wow, they did this? It's a superpower of Aquarians. Number 2, and this one sounds a little silly, but all Aquarians have a superpower of some sort. And I know this sounds silly because this is 3 superpowers that all people with strong Aquarian energy have, but like Like number 2 is literally they're gonna have some type of power, and it's going to be different for each person, but if you know an Aquarian, you know what theirs is, right? So for some, it's just an insane talent, some very specific talent that like no one else would be good at. Like they're extremely talented at fencing, or they rebuild old video games, or they're like a math genius, or they're like a sommelier, they know wine, like just something so random. Sometimes it's being really good at like a physical or a motor skill, like they know a trade extremely well, or they just like combine knowledge in ways that you would never expect. Like maybe they're a scientist and also like an electronic music DJ. Like they just have some sort of power or talent or knowledge that is completely unique and totally sets them apart from those around them. And number 3, everyone with strong Aquarian energy has some level of intellectual genius, or like an intellectual ability to receive insight and to come to realizations and to sense what's going to happen in the future, and they just know it, right? They just know it inherently. I compare this somewhat to the Pisces superpower, right, of being able to emotionally sense things that aren't there, to intuit what's hidden and unspoken, whereas the Aquarian power is more of an intellectual power. So they can come to a sudden rational insight, or come to some new rational perspective about something going on in their life or in the world that just kind of comes to them in a moment when they're least expecting it. And it can really affect how they view things. Or else they really sense like something that's about to happen in the future, something in the material world, right? They can kind of read the tea leaves, and they can see sometimes 3, 4, 5 years down the road, like, yes, this is gonna happen, and I can see it, and maybe you can't see it, or you don't even understand what I'm saying, but it's very self-evident to me. Like, Aquarians just have that power to see and to perceive with their mind. It's really remarkable.
Perception! Yo, I'm an Aquarius, and I can definitely say this is true. You know, technically I'm like a Capri Aquarius. Like, I was born during a Capricorn moon and first day of the whatever. But I can definitely say this is true. How many Aquarius out here can attest to this? Let me know in the comments.
This is the ability to move a physical object without any physical contact. In fact, I can teach you how to do this in 10 minutes. Of course, there's a bit of preparation that needs to take place, but once you're ready, you can easily learn telekinesis.
We're going to produce movement by using our mind in a certain way.
It's about understanding that your mind has the power over the object and the reality around you.
If you leave it alone, it doesn't move at all. We'd focus on it and make it turn. From the audio physics perspective, this is impossible.
There are many ways to influence a physical object. You can either increase the air molecules, the electromagnetic field, or even the temperature. And when the temperature changes around the object, it can move the object. The trick is you're doing all of this with your mind.
It's not there's consciousness and there's objects. Objects are manifestations within consciousness.
When you learn this once, you can then apply the same technique to affect any object or any material thing in your life.
When you just allow, be filled with love and energy, amazing, miraculous things can happen.
The piece of paper or tin foil or a toothpick, whatever it is I'm moving, I'm looking at my own mind.
It's the power of your mind that can do things beyond what current science claims to be possible. What is required is a shift in perception, that your mind, that your consciousness can affect matter and this physical world. The future generations will be a superhuman race that believes strongly in the power of consciousness. So, why not start now?
Everything is everything. Separation is an illusion. We are all connected. Everything is mind. All is mind. How many of you out there practicing noticing the connections between you and everything? Everything and you.
somebody has been lying to us. Focus my energy is the key to my energy, giving accessibility mentally to get rid of the narrative on their life. He told to me by my enemy, simply just to hinder all of the power that is inside of us. Electromagnetic fields of reefer, amplifying my signal, getting downloads from the ether. Meditation is like my inner speaker, sitting on lectures silently given by loudspeakers. Polarities peak in my body and they start to link up. Watch where you touch me, my power is shock your finger. You're smiling cause you never had another give you a buzz. Got you more interested in finding out who I was. I'm just LED, to TikToks I'm reacting. Subscribers I'm attracting to my channel, and what a joy it brings to my soul, working to achieve my goals. Concept vibes, we on a roll. Good vibration, we control. Yo, me want give a big shout out to all of the viewers. You know me gotta spread love to the YouTubers. Big up to me TikTok neighbors. Respect to all the content creators. Yo. Concept. Switched it up, so I'ma switch it up. Yo, unlock hidden potential and the fire is unleashed. Them we never teach. You have to increase your power level. Them keep the esoteric out of reach. Yo, concentrating on a better way they demonstrate. The end result a major focus when you meditate. Did you know that you can cellular communicate? And now the molecules you can manipulate. Processing bits of data at a different rate. It even got you feeling in a different way. Doing what you never could, like pushing plastic through a solid piece of wood. See, the moment's only yours if you make it. Yours for the taking. But you know you must be willing to change the vibration with no hesitation. Clear the frustration. Visions are authorized in imagination. Oh. You gotta know the difference between the yin and the yang. Orchestrating the frequency, directing the game. Pull it to the navel chakra and project it with aim. Violate my vicinity, you must be a lame. Hit them with that energy and they was never the same. I'm always equipped in the brain. That means that your toxic turbulence can never fuck with my plane. NPC comments and beats over beautiful bills. Diluting your focus so they can influence your will. Altering nature to weaken our energy field. Mind over matter cause what's on the surface ain't real. But I'm real good, feeling like an energetic light being should. I keep my Taurus field laced with creative waves. Sending ideas out to see that I won't see back for days. But the days is a state of mind, not time, non-measured. Move clever, benefit from whatever. A wise man learns every day till he dies. But a wise man can't learn nothing if he don't try. Failure could be your best teacher, and it holds the keys to success that otherwise wouldn't reach you. Upgrade your software, connect to the ether. Ancestors out there been waiting to meet you. Create a feel shit, move like it's in a trance. Confirmation from the spirit that's making it dance. Test me and get a shock to the arm, but it isn't electricity that brought you to harm. It's that inner energy in me, and chi is the name. I flow with currency currently like the blood in my veins. I gotta notice, awaken it, harness it, and maintain. For me to focus and channel it like a thought in the brain. Wanna see a trick? I could bring the energy to my fingertips. Batteries in Las Vegas, I'm a power strip. Bad crazy with the voltage coming off the hip. You waited on me to fail, but I got it right. Put my soul through the wire, now you see the light. Cause I am the LED, like I said in the beginning. I'm the HNOSNT of this TikTok show, reacting to these videos that I see on the internet, making me wanna see if that's really reality or has imagery just been edited. When did it become relevant? Where can I find the evidence? Concept. I mean, the man is accessing his chi on such a level. Like, wow. You're saying, I remember seeing this footage years ago. I'm wondering, like, it's crazy how long it's taken, how many years it's taken for me to re-see this footage. You know what I mean? But yeah, like ultimate access of the chi, like control of the body on a psychological and cellular, molecular level. Being able to generate heat, harden and stiffen the body. Direct electricity, concentrated jolts of electricity, like being able to transfer it from your body to the next. How many of us are practicing to get on this level? Let me know in the comments.
You see?
So the CIA released a document saying the universe is a hologram, and basically the document teaches you how to access superhuman abilities as well as use your consciousness to shift your reality. I'm breaking down this document section by section, and this is part 4. This section is pretty short but very interesting because it talks about the use of the hemisync. What they noticed is by putting people through the hemisync system, they could have people access advanced states of meditation, maybe some states that would take the average meditator 20 years to reach, and they could have them reach it pretty much in 10 to 15 minutes. And these states would be where the left and right brain come into complete coherence, so much so that it seems like the whole body and the brain and heart come into coherence as well. Which, for anyone who's familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, he talks a lot about the power of brain and heart coherence. And for those who don't know, hemisyncing is when you have a different frequency playing in each ear, both between 4 and 7 hertz. And based on what they're saying here, this accelerates your meditative experience and can help you astral travel or astral project much, much quicker.
Hemisync, synchronization of the left and right brain. Using along with heart-brain coherence that gives you ultimate access. Let me know if y'all know about that in the comments.
This is the home security camera footage of the Krysalik family. The camera is shown sitting on the kitchen counter as the youngest daughter sits on the couch in the background watching TV. Suddenly, a voice begins talking over the speaker.
What you watching? Hey, what show is that? I've seen that show before. What season, y'all? Hello?
You better shut the fuck up.
The girl either doesn't hear the voice or chooses not to respond to it. That's when the dad, Adam, walks in the room, unaware he's being watched. The voice continues, and his head jolts towards the TV. When he realizes it wasn't coming from the TV, he pulls out his phone. That's when he remembers the Ring camera.
Hello? What are you eating? You hungry? What? Powering off. Hello. This is Ring. Who is this? Who is this?
The voice attempts to imitate some sort of robotic Ring text-to-speech voice. However, Adam knows his account's been hacked. He disabled the camera and contacted Ring about the incident. The company responded saying an unidentified phone had logged into the Ring account. They tried to trace it back to a source, but were unable to. They basically told him there was nothing they could do but have him change his password and set up two-factor authentication for his account. A couple in Georgia had installed a home security camera in their bedroom so they could keep an eye on their dog while they were away at work. One night, right after the woman had put the dog in his crate for the night, she heard a cough over the camera's speaker. Laying in bed, she looks over at it and sees the blue light turn on, which indicates someone was watching the live feed. She texts her boyfriend, who was at work, and asks him why he had the feed open. Seconds later, she gets a text back, asking what she was talking about. Just then, a voice comes over the speaker.
Wake up! Hello, Doogie, come here, Doogie! Hello? Excuse me. I can't see you in the bed, come on, wake the f*** up.
Shortly after, she took the batteries out of the camera. The couple says they later found out that someone had hacked into their Ring account at least 4 times. They filed a police report, but nothing ever came of it.
That's weak. I ain't messing with none of that. Woo! That's why I not like deal with no stuff like that. Woo! Shit! How would you react in a situation like that? We got all these electronic gadgets, all these electronic eyeballs, and it can be hacked and tapped into. And you living in your house just chilling one day and your refrigerator talking to you. or your smart TV talking to you, your Ring camera talking to you. You turn on the TV and it's an image of yourself in your own house. Like, scary.
Trail cams have allowed people to observe exactly what happens in the wild. Sometimes they're able to capture something totally unexpected. From strange animal interactions to mysterious creatures in the dark, here are 20 weirdest things ever caught on trail cams. Number 20. Squirrel versus coyote. Life in the wild isn't that easy. In fact, it can be incredibly dangerous. Food and water can be scarce, and you never know when a predator may be around. Small animals may seem to be at a disadvantage when it comes to the fierce competition in the wild, but sometimes their size can also be an advantage. Some small animals are faster and more agile than their predators, and they can hide in tiny spaces that others can't reach. If they're lucky, the animal chasing them might lose patience and choose a different target. This squirrel was able to hide and confuse its predator. It wasn't going to give up and allow itself to get caught. It moved so quickly that the coyote just couldn't keep up. It also helped that its gray fur blended in well with its environment. Everything happened so fast. One moment it was there, and the next moment, it was gone. The squirrel was nowhere to be found. As the coyote searched the area, I could imagine it thinking, "Where did it go? Oh man, I was outsmarted by a squirrel." I hope nobody saw that. The tiny creature was probably high up in the tree by that time, and there wasn't much the coyote could do but walk away. Better luck next time. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Number 19. Herd of horses running away from huge predator. Seeing a herd of horses running is not really something surprising. We're used to seeing horses run, and we know that they can travel great distances at fast speeds. What's unexpected is that something was actually chasing them, a terrifying grizzly bear. I was quite surprised when I first saw this video. Knowing how fast horses can gallop, I didn't expect to see a heavy bear attempt to chase them. I didn't even know grizzlies could run that fast, but apparently they could actually catch up, especially if the horse is still very young, very old, or very weak. Bears, especially the smaller species, don't usually prey on horses. They're generally opportunistic hunters, which means if there's an easier way to access food, they'll most likely choose that path instead of putting in unnecessary effort. Chasing down a fully grown healthy horse isn't really a piece of cake, and they might even get injured by the horse's powerful kick, so this isn't usually their first option. If this is so, why was the grizzly chasing the herd then? Well, the bear was likely targeting the small foal, which can be seen lagging behind the group. The predator was not far behind, although its distance from the group was still significant enough that it didn't seem like it would be able to run fast enough to catch the foal, unless the horse's stamina failed or it tripped. Number 18. Bear rolls around in sawdust. If you asked anyone what animal they thought was the most dangerous wild animal, bears would probably be on the top of the list. For people who live near woodlands or mountains, there's a higher chance of a bear encounter, and that seems like it would be incredibly frightening. But that doesn't mean they're always menacing. This black bear caught on trail cam footage is far from intimidating. In this footage, the bear is seen rolling around in sawdust and dry leaves on the ground. It tumbles around, pausing once in a while, and then continues to cover itself with sawdust. Seemingly satisfied, the cute little guy stands up and scratches its back using a nearby tree. It just looks adorable now, doesn't it? It turns out that this behavior might not only be for fun, but it could also be necessary for the bear's hygiene. Biologists have observed that bears seem to love the smell of trees, especially beech tar. They even use this scent to attract the furry creatures to an area for their studies. Although beech tar seems to be extremely appealing to bears, some organisms hate it, and that includes ticks. Bear biologist Agnieszka Sergiel wanted to test if one of the reasons why bears love rubbing their backs against beech trees is because its tar is a natural tick repellent. When she placed the said parasites and the tar in a tube, she saw that the ticks deliberately ran away from the substance. Perhaps this cute bear just wanted to keep the ticks at bay. Number 17. Cat gets scared of huge passerby. Have you ever been so shocked and scared in your life that you were frozen in place with your eyes wide open? It's quite funny to see that reaction on this cat when it saw something unusual approaching it. It seemed to be scared, yet curious at the same time. It even pulled its head and body back a bit and lifted its paw, ready to flee if things got rough. What could it have seen to make it react this way? Was it a giant dog? A wild fox? A horrifying monster? Actually, if it were any of those things, the cat would have run away as fast as it could, the first chance it got. But in this situation, it was still deciding whether to stay or go. Maybe it's like seeing one of those terrifying images that sends a chill down your spine, but at the same time, you can't manage to look away. The cat cautiously started eating without taking its eyes off of whatever the scary thing was. Soon enough, we see what horrified the small feline. It's a giant, hairy opossum. They're almost the same size. The cat is so terrified that when it sees the creature up close, it quickly runs away. It doesn't matter that the opossum is just sniffing around and isn't even interested in the food bowl or the cat. The opossum sure looks like a giant rat with its long snout, round ears, and long tail. This cat most likely loves chasing small rodents, but seeing their prey doppelganger 10 times bigger than usual probably gave it a heart attack. When the opossum is out of sight, the cat immediately returns to its food and digs in. It's probably thinking, I have to finish this quickly before it gets back. Number 6.
Man, I love animals, man. I could watch animals all day. Truly amazing, man. Big shouts out to all my content creators, my digital neighbors, my virtual family. Because it's a wrap on this one. But we can link up on the next one. Till then we shine like one sun, because everybody is everyone. Concept.
Welcome to the concept.